Using Substack as a creator, clearly, I can't speak more highly of. It's so simple, easy to use, and flexible with all my different types of creations, whether I'm writing, podcasting, or sharing a video. But when it comes to using the platform as a reader, I know it can be a bit confusing. So I wanted to hop in and show you how I use Substack as a reader to follow my favorite creatives, connect in community, and manage my digital consumption without feeling overwhelmed. So let's dive in. So first, I'm going to show you Substack from this reader lens. And the first thing that's going to happen when you go to Substack is you're most likely going to end up in your homepage. Right now, your homepage is actually Substack Notes, which is, in my opinion, the social side of Substack. It's kind of like a Facebook feed where anybody you subscribe to or follow is going to show here, as well as anything they've interacted with. The difference between subscribing and following, which we'll get into here in a minute, is if you subscribe to somebody's publication, then you are going to get their work in your inbox. And there's two ways to do that we'll go over. If you follow somebody, that's just like as if you followed somebody on Instagram. You're going to see whatever they share here in the notes section, but you are not going to get whatever they write in your inbox. So that's the difference. You can choose to follow somebody and be socially connected with them without subscribing to their publication. The next section you're going to go to is your subscriptions, which is where I live most of the time. This is a spot where anybody you've subscribed to for their publication, their posts from that publication will all be here. It's kind of like a curated blog feed, if you will. And it's nice because you can save posts too, so you can come back to them at another time, or maybe it's somebody who you don't subscribe to or follow, but you somehow got to their article. You can save them. This is where they'll live in your subscription section, and you can go back to those at any time. So really the two differences between subscribing to publications and checking for them in your subscriptions or your inbox, and notes is that notes are going to be short form pieces of content. Typically people's thoughts, just like you'd see on social. Maybe it's them sharing an article that they wrote or created, but that is going to be short form content and often is something that people are kind of scrolling through. What I love about the subscription section, and which is why I live here, is because it's the long form stuff. It's deepening, and it's not adding more into my digital consumption, but a space where I am intentionally subscribing, reading, following these people who I care about. You might be wondering, how do you subscribe to somebody's publication? There's two different ways. One could be that you find their publication, you're met with this page here, you can immediately put in your email, hit subscribe, and there you go. The next option is oftentimes when you're reading somebody's publication, at the top or somewhere throughout the post, you'll see something like this, where they tell you a little bit more about you and they say, come here to subscribe. By putting in your email, again, you're being subscribed to that publication, all of which you can see here within your profile on Substack under your name and then reads. You can also easily manage and go through, which I recently did, and clear out any clutter, people you've subscribed to that no longer fit with you. You can click the button here, unsubscribe, and be good to go. When it comes to receiving the publications, the newsletters, the creations that you want to have in your inbox, you actually have two ways that you can receive them. If you come over here to settings, and then you scroll down here to notifications, you'll see you can click on newsletter delivery. You can choose to have it only be delivered in app. You can have it be only emailed to your email inbox, or you can have a combination of both, meaning whichever one you see first, that's where it's going to show the notification, either in your inbox or within the Substack app. I chose prefer app for right now because I didn't want to have anything else going into my inbox and for it to get lost. However, something I do plan to share more about in an upcoming video is how I am taking all of these Substacks that I'm reading and making them more analog by putting them on my Kindle. It's a distraction-free way of reading like a newspaper every day. You can see here with the app that it's set up very similarly to web. There's a few key differences, including what somebody's publication looks like when you go to their actual publication page. Other than that, everything is pretty similar. I'm going to start here in the subscription section, my favorite part. You can see at the top that you can filter by all. This is just like what you would see on web. But this is a nice feature that you can go through Listen, Paid, Saved, and your history as well, and filter the newsletter publications from there. The next spot that you can go to by clicking in the bottom left-hand corner, your home. This is Substack Notes. You can also go over to your direct messages and see those here as well as your activity. You'll also see this media button at the bottom. This is similar to YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels. This is not a space that I have been spending any time in, but it is available here and will pull the videos that people are posting on Notes and have them live in this one section. So that is the difference between the app and web. Last but not least, the other thing I absolutely love about being a reader here on Substack is that it's not just about consuming, it's also about connecting. So when you are within a Substack post, you're able to do all of your reading and then go down to these comments here. This is a beautiful place to connect. I've met so many amazing people and publications and things that I want to not only consume but connect with, and like-minded friends just here in the comments. And so while I do spend a lot of time consuming by moving it over to my Kindle or sometimes reading it here in web or on the app, the other beautiful thing that I love to do as a reader here on Substack is actually connect and talk with people within that piece that they've written. I think it's a beautiful part. Notes is great. You can connect and talk there, but it is that social feel. This is different, to be able to connect about a topic within that long form piece. It just feels like this gentle resting place. And so that is why I really focus on Substack. Yes, as a place to create. Yes, as a place to consume, but also as a place to connect. So that's how I use Substack as a reader, in a way that's intentional and calm and really works for me. And there's so many different ways to interact with this platform as a reader. I hope this was helpful for you to find your way in doing that. And if you enjoyed these videos, more Substack videos for both readers and creators are coming. So make sure you're subscribed here and over on Substack so we can continue to connect in community.